Hey EJ fam, what's good? What's poppin'? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on this channel or your first time seeing my face, my very beautiful face, if I do say so myself, you're welcome. My name is Gloria and I live in China with my family, my husband and my little toddler. And I'm also a PhD student at Heyy University. I make videos about my faith. I am a Christian. I make videos about, family life in China as a black person or as a black family. I also make helpful videos about studying in China and under scholarships and, just how you can live the best of your life while you are living in China as a foreign expat. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, then definitely join the family by clicking subscribe down below and stay tuned for my future videos. Not me going to put on these jackets because I just filmed the video with this outfit and I feel like you guys are going to be like, this girl, don't you have clothes? Don't you have clothes? I literally just had to go and put on this jacket because actually I filmed 2 videos with this top. Oh, productive day, say what? Productive shooting day it has been. So I just threw on this jacket so I look a bit different, but anyways, you guys are going to see that the makeup and the hair is the same, even though the hair for the first video is different. Shasha, stay tuned because exciting videos are coming up, or maybe they've gone up already. I don't know what the lineup is going to be like, but I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram and I did make a part 1 of the Q&A about life in China, especially how I've been coping living with a family, raising my child and also going to school and things like that. And you guys sent me a lot of questions. I did the part 1 of the Q&A and that video was very long, so I had to cut it into 2 parts. So today I'm going to be answering the rest of the questions that you guys sent to me. If you haven't seen the first part of that Q&A, it is very interesting, very juicy, very good content. I'm going to link it up here and probably also in the description, so you just click it and it takes you right to that video. You can decide to watch this video first or that one first. Anyhow, I don't think the questions are in any particular order, so you can actually finish watching this video and then go and catch up on that. What's your favorite thing about your husband and his favorite thing about you? I feel like I can answer my favorite thing about him, but his favorite thing about me. What's his favorite thing about me? Funny enough, I don't know. We actually went to a couple's outing one time and they were asking him, what do you love about your wife? And this man was stuttering. Stuttering. How don't you know what you love about me? I mean, look at me. Look at me. What am I doing the most? I feel like I'm having a little bit of a headache because I've been doing the most in the videos I was shooting today. But he was saying things like, what did he even say? He was shy. Do you know my husband, you guys? My husband is like, he's such a shy person sometimes, and other times you'll be begging him to shut up, like you're begging him to stop talking. But sometimes it's like he's just lost for words. So what did he say? He said he loves the fact that I can turn something that is somehow into a good thing, into a perfect, like he said he loves that I'm a good cook. He just mentioned some qualities, okay, let me just put it that way. But talking about his favorite thing about me, I'll probably have to ask him that when he comes home. But my favorite thing about him, hey, it's hard to pick. But I think my most favorite thing about him would be that he's very, very hands-on. He's very, very domesticated, like very domesticated. So there are so many things I love about him, obviously, but I feel like that's one of my favorites, or is it my most favorite? I don't know. Shasha, that's the one I can think of right now. So moving, will your child learn Chinese? Definitely my child, I don't even think it is a learning at this point. I feel like she will just speak Chinese as she grows up, because obviously if we're going to be here in China, then she will catch up on Chinese. She doesn't even have to go to school especially to learn it. Once she's in kindergarten and she's speaking with all those Chinese children, you best believe I'm gonna be hearing Mama, how da, Laila, Mashan all over my house, okay? So I think she would definitely learn Chinese, or she will pick up on some Chinese. Did you have any fears before agreeing to get married here in China? Did I have any fears? Yes, I definitely had fears. In fact, I feel like my husband and I, we had shared fears, and one of the fears was definitely maybe financial fears, because we didn't have any idea what it was like, having getting married or raising a family in China. So we were actually scared that, hey, are we financially ready for this kind of commitment? And we just had to hand it over to God eventually, and then we started doing our research. And then we found out it wasn't as financially tasking as we thought. Like, it wasn't so bad, because I know sometimes people would think that, oh, getting married or giving birth, I've had tons of people asking me, oh, how much did it take to give birth? And by the way, I have a video on that, so if you're wondering, I don't know if I'll link it, just check my channel. Okay, so people think that maybe having a baby in China is very, very expensive and something you cannot afford, but it's not actually that bad. So I think definitely one of my fears were, can we sustain a family financially in China, if you guys get what I mean. Another of my fears was also definitely, you know, living away from my extended family who are back in Nigeria and starting a family, having a child. I'm probably not going to get any help. It will probably just be me and my husband, you know, doing my schooling and also taking care of a family. So that was also another fear that I had. Did I have any other fear? Did I have any? I think these are like two fears that I had. I don't think I had any other fear per se about getting married in China. It was just, I was just scared that, okay, it might be financially difficult for us since we're not working yet, we're still students, and although we are earning scholarships, but it's like it doesn't equate the level of the bills that are coming in. Do you get what I mean? But anyways, we are married, we got married, and we are raising our family. We are doing it beautifully and gallantly well. So glory be to Jesus. So the next question says, will you actively teach your child Igbo or your husband's native language, Chinese, unko? Definitely my child will speak Igbo. In fact, I speak Igbo actively to her in this house, and my husband also speaks his language, of course, but I don't know how much he'll be able to catch up on. By the way, I am Igbo and I speak Igbo, right? But my husband is from Delta State. He's Urobo by tribe, and they speak Urobo language, and that's very different from Igbo. So on my own part, I know that I used to tell her Bia, or she actually understands some Igbo right now. If something hurts her, I say, hey, don't want. I comfort her in Igbo, she understands. I call her in Igbo sometimes, and I feel like she understands some Igbo already to an extent. But for my husband, I don't know. I can't speak his language. So if he wants his child to speak his language, he's gonna have to do it himself, okay? So hopefully he will be interested in teaching her Urobo, and she'll just pick up as much as she can. But that's just what it's going to be right now. We're just going to try, okay? The problem is that we don't have the same language. So that's why I said, if we were both Igbo and we both speak Igbo language, it would be very easy for the child to assimilate. But now she has to learn Igbo, she has to learn Urobo, she has to speak Chinese, she'll obviously speak English, and I also want her to learn some other languages. We gonna figure it out. The next question says, most difficult part of being a mom of a black baby in China, perks too. You know, being here without any help, and you know, just having to juggle motherhood and living in China and other aspects of your life. Mom of black baby in China. The mom of black baby, the very obvious one, of course, is like attention. You're going to get a lot of attention when you are out there. In fact, I have a detailed video of, you know, my experience of being a mom of a black baby in China coming up. That video is actually going to be telling you guys things that you should know before you give birth, you know, in China, or before you decide to raise a family in China. That's a super important video. If you guys are interested, then definitely stay tuned for it. So I'm going to talk about this question more in that video. Perks too. Are there perks of being a mom in China? I don't know. I don't think of any perks right now, but if I remember, I'll include it in that video, okay? Pros and cons of raising a child in China. Yes, this is actually going to come in that video. It's a lot, okay, and I can't put it in this video. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. Pros and cons of raising a child in China. Yes, this is actually going to come in that video. It's a lot, okay, and I can't put it in this video. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. I actually have a lot of questions asking, you know, how it has been, what the experience is like raising an African or raising a black baby in China, and I think a lot of you are just curious about it. So I will definitely hurry up to make that video and post, because the next question actually says, challenges raising an African baby in China. I heard those people don't like us. Am I going to say they don't like us? I I guess some of them obviously don't really like us, but I wouldn't say all of them don't like us. It has actually been pretty great. If I'm just to throw a little bit of light, it hasn't been a horrible experience at all for me, you know, raising my child here in China. It's actually been pretty cool. So, but I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to talk in detail about it in that video coming up. Worst and best moments as a new mom. Worst and this is an interesting question. Worst and best moments as a new mom. What has been my worst moment as a new mom? I don't know if I have a worst moment though. I honestly don't know if I have a worst moment. I will not even say, maybe will I say maybe when my baby fell off the bed. You know, one of those days, like when they started rolling. Although this time she was already about 6 months. I think she was close to 6 months, so she wasn't even a very tiny baby. And you know, she rolled off the bed. She was sleeping, and when the living room, Mr. EJ and I think we were eating, we were having lunch. So she was sleeping. We decided to quickly grab lunch. If you have a baby, you know that eating when the baby is, you know, awake or with you is very tasking. You can't even enjoy your food in peace. So we really wanted to eat while she was sleeping, and while we were eating, she woke up and then she was doing she wasn't crying yet. So we're like, okay, let's just quickly hurry up and finish eating before she will, you know, before we go and pick her up. The next thing we heard was boom, hey, and then we heard, yeah. If you see the speed me and Mr. EJ we used to rush and go and carry her, hey, that day my heart flew. Like, I was so scared because the height of the bed is not so high anyway, but it's still quite a height. And then she cried and cried. I felt really bad that day. I felt like, am I a terrible mother? Like, I heard my baby's voice. I heard that she was awake. Why did I not go and carry her immediately? I was eating food because of food. But that day I felt really terrible, okay? But then it didn't actually really last, because I was like, I knew babies fall and the babies, they hit their head or they bump their head or they bump something. It happens, okay? It doesn't mean they are going to die. So I just picked her up literally and I nursed her head really well, and the head didn't even swell up. Nothing happened. She was fine. She just cried for like 30 seconds to 1 minute, and then I gave her breast and the matter ended. Okay, I think that's the day that I really actually felt bad, and that's actually what I can classify as my worst moment. It is not a worst situation, if you know what I mean, but I don't think I have any other very bad moments that I had as a new mom. And then my best moments, I don't know if I have a best moment. All my moments, okay, not all, but most of my moments as a mom has been wonderful. Some of my best moments as a mom was seeing my baby's tooth come out. Like, when maybe I just finished breastfeeding now, and then I just peep inside her mouth and I'm like, I saw the first tooth come out. I was like, baby, come, his teeth is coming out. It used to be so elating for me. I used to be so excited, like when her first tooth was coming out, or when she just does something new. Those are like my best moments. Or when she started walking, like, precious. So yes, I have a lot of best moments. I can't choose one, honestly. I think that is all the questions, all the remaining questions that I did not answer in the last Q&A, and I hope that I did justice to these questions. I'm really trying to keep this video as short as possible. So if you guys watched to this point, then thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. If you like this Q&A, I will probably do another Q&A soon, even though I have like a list of contents to film. So that's why I don't really want to do it. I don't really want to put out the Q&A right now for you guys to ask me questions, so that I will not now come and delay it. You get what I mean? But the moment I clear up some of the videos on my schedule, I'm going to put out a Q&A, because it's been a while and you guys probably have new questions for me that I'll be happy to answer. So thank you so much for watching up to this time. The sun is going down and the brightness of this video is probably reducing. Go ahead and give this video a massive thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more interesting videos like this, more interesting Q&As. Share this video as well for anyone who might be wondering what it's like, you know, starting a family or raising a family in China. I really appreciate you guys for all your love and your support. Hopefully I will see you in my next video. For now, bye guys.